Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, it's a beautiful day outside as well. Again, blue skies, clear blue skies, beautiful sunshine, a very nippy feel in the air because I can see the moisture on the grass that looks like it's had a little bit of frostiness around it. So it's very crisp air and it's lovely out the back. I've just taken a little bit of a walk out my backyard because it's nice to appreciate when things change. Because yes, I've had some palm trees lopped down because they were becoming a little dangerous and extremely messy. So unfortunately, they're gone. I was sad about that, but they have cleared the way for possibilities of something new and changing that yard. Love it. Love the energy of that. Anyway, I'm rosboundy psychic medium bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. Even though today, again, it's not the Lenormand cards, it's the Kipper deck. So let's go across and have a look at them. Here we go. Oh, and I haven't got my pointer, so here we go with my letter opener again. So here we go, the Kipper deck, fortune telling deck, as it says. This is the beautiful artwork still of Ciro Marchetti, and I didn't make sure that was straight, and it's still not. A little bit difficult. There we go. That's a bit better. Gorgeous deck. I really love his artwork, and this is the guidebook that goes with it. So what we have today is the gift is the center card. Of course, you can see it's the center card. It's for the theme of the day. It's what we're going to have something of through the day, the main energy, right? What we have in the home space is change, which is really interesting that, I'm starting to change up a backyard, and here we have change being the card in the home space. I think the synchronicities, it's amazing, isn't it? And card 30 is adjudication. That's in the workspace. So let's see what the guidebook gives us for these cards as the definitions or interpretations. Some form of it. What you keep in mind with any interpretation that I give or other readers will give is that it's a guide only. None of it is set in stone, and it is but an interpretation. We're putting what we understand from our connections with Spirit. So I'm putting what I understand through my connection with Spirit into what these cards are meaning. You yourself will have some other understandings because you know your own personal environment and what's happening in your life and how you feel that you are from within. And that's the best gauge of all. So ask your guiding spirits to connect with you so that you get the best understanding from these cards for your life today. Because that's all I'm reading for is the today energy. Okay? Now, here we go. There is the gift as card number 17. And let's move on. So this is a very positive and enabling card. So while you relax, this is as if it is you, okay, the significator. Significator is a long word that doesn't mean much to a person when you're reading through through the meanings, I think. So while I'm going to call it you, while you relax in the family room by a cozy fire, a surprise is presented. This card means gifts, aid, help, support, resources, rescue, and joy. I like that it's got the joy there. It's unusually, it's usually, not unusually, it is usually exactly what you need. So expect a gift today of some form. This powerful card has the ability to soften the blow of any nearby cards. So we'll see what that presents to us shortly with the next cards. And it can reveal interesting timing that's unique to the Kipper deck. So it represents by the next holiday of any sort or a birthday, something like that. So generally it is used to stand for winter or... I did discover the name of the person that writes some of these interpretations. The first of these interpretations, I think it's a fusion. Oh, now I can't remember. I'm trying to find it. Fortune is her name. Fortune Buchholz has written the first of these interpretations that are in here. And there's also a Stella Waldvogel who's written some of them. And also, now I can't find the next one. Oh, it's there anyway, it doesn't matter. There's the two main people that have written the interpretations for this. Anyway, so expect to be open to the support of others, because that could be the gift. Be receptive to small positive gestures or proposals. This card can indicate a new job offer, a promotion, or helpfulness. Okay. Also announces a gesture of reconciliation or even a declaration of love. So take this gift and embrace the opportunity. Now, Chiro himself has actually added a little line to this one. The gesture is depicted in such a way as to serve both as the act of giving or receiving. Okay, I think that's very important with this one. So expect some sort of a surprise gift, or give a surprise gift as you need to. And keeping in mind too, very appropriate, because this is here in Australia at least, I'm not sure where else in the world, but we actually celebrate Mother's Day today. So the potential of gift giving and gift receiving is extremely high. So hey, isn't that synchronicity for the cards and from the cards from Spirit? I think it's wonderful. So be open to that receiving and the giving. Okay, beautiful card. Lovely energy for the day today. Now I'll go over to the card for change after I say hi to those who've popped in. And Sharon, good morning, Ros, and all. Happy Mother's Day to all mums. And I am one of those in that category of being a mum, so thank you for that, Sharon. Lovely, lovely, love you. And yay, a present. Yes, it is, isn't it? Yay, a present. I know my plans don't include that today, but I do enjoy just the gift of receiving the phone call or even that type of stuff. I've asked my family to stay away while I've still got the rash at the moment. So I know I'm not going to see them in person, but we'll see what happens in other courses throughout the day. And we have Fiona. Good morning, Ros Girly, and all around the globe. A good afternoon or a good evening. And again, a happy Mother's Day. Thank you for that, Fiona, as well, with all those gorgeous hearts. And I love the little flowers at the end of that. Thank you. Keza's here and saying good morning, Ros. Good morning, Keza. I hope it's not too cold where you are, because I know I'm feeling cold here in my office. Now, here we go from Shaz again. My gift is a biscotti cheesecake to the family. Yes, if only I could be there to taste that. Oh my, that would be so delicious. I love the biscotti anyway. Especially, well, presuming it's the same brand that I have in my cupboard already, that my gift to myself is going to be baking a fresh loaf of bread today, so I can have some of that on it. Yum, yum. Thank you, Fiona, for the numerology of the day. So we have a day number of 7, and the cards themselves work to being a 3 with those just above the rainbows. I'll just pop that up again. It doesn't stay up for quite that long enough. See the 3 down the bottom where it's got the 30s. The 4 plus 2, 1 equals 3. It breaks down to that number. Single digit is what you read as a numerologist. And here we have from Keza, it is cold where you are, and presuming that is still Dalesford. Lovely to have you here. Okay, so let's get to reading this card, the change card, and that is card number 9. I didn't switch over to that yet. Obviously, change isn't going to be too difficult an interpretation. What we have here, it's time to go. This card shows a hard-working porter in a flat workman's cap packing up your stylish furniture in a horseless carriage. You're moving from your old town house into better digs, and you don't plan to come back. So what we have here, there's other cards it's comparing to, But abstractly, it may also mean that you need to be adaptable, which I think for most of us that might be what that interpretation is going to be. Adaptability, flexibility, and that type of thing. Isn't it a gorgeous house, the mansion that is being left here, being packed up? I love the artwork. It's gorgeous, and have a look. Chiro Marchetti's put his initials as the registration plate. I think that's gorgeous. So it is a point of time. This is a point of time for change. That might manifest itself via a change in location or other social situations, such as a career move, maybe. Relationships with others or your own outlook may change. So that's a range of flexibility that we might be looking at for this one. Okay, and it's card number 9. Oh, lovely. Here we move over to the workspace, and remember that is the home space where we're seeing that card of change. It's in the home space. Now for the workspace card, 30, adjudication. It looks a little bit official, doesn't it? So this is a neutral to somewhat challenging card. We see the magistrate on his bench, the anxious couple before him awaiting his decision. He will make a decision on your matter. It could be in your favour, but it could also be against you. Literally, this card stands for minor government officials, bureaucrats, clerks, school boards, zoning boards and other types of boards, or professional advisors. And I would say that could also be for the financial type and business planning type. So his decision could result in a fine or a fee, a permit issued or denied, the need to file, serve or be served documents, or it could be the finalisation of a small family matter. He'll explain the process, from which comes a sense also of process server, a therapist, arbitrator or negotiator. So just seeing what Chiro has got to say, if there is a comment he has in this. While this card and its meaning suggests that the matter will finally be resolved, it doesn't indicate whether the outcome will necessarily be in your favour. So other cards in the spread will provide more indication of the possible outcome. So I think really from what I'm sensing from this, it brings to mind, like it mentions small courts and that type of thing. It brings to mind that there is decisions made in this sense, work, business sense. So there's something around the company, the business, the work arena that you are experiencing is being disputed. But it's not quite at the point where you'd have to really go to a magistrate. I'm thinking what the word for this, for me, for today, could be that there may be a mediator involved. So whether there's some form of negotiation that does need a third person to actually just make the decision for you. So that's what I'm getting. I do remember, I do remember the many years ago when we were doing earth moving, because I was part of an earth moving business that we grew from being potting soils and soil mixers and manures and stuff into earth moving, into rock crushing, into concreting and rock cutting. There was many things that we did in that line of bigger machinery and trucks and stuff. One of the trucks at one point, it was a bit of an overload, go over the weighbridge, and it was overloaded and etc. And sometimes with those types of issues, which I think actually each overload issue, you did go to the magistrate's court. On this particular instance, it was me and my name that was called forward to attend court. The most onerous thing that I'd never done before. I hadn't been to court for anything, and there I was needing to stand before a magistrate, listen to the charges of overload and etc., and have to say guilty because obviously the paperwork proved it was an overloaded vehicle. I was one of the owners of the business and had to face the charges and the responsibility of the fine and everything like that. So it is that there are times when even in business, even though it was accidental type of a issue as far as how far over the load of, I think it was a manure or soil or something. Um, we can have that type of thing given as a judgment against us because the evidence is too high. Maybe there is that happening for you in your workspace, that something is really showing up, that there is some responsibility needing to be faced, and it's a third person that's going to be the judgment maker. Okay? Just accept and go with the flow with it, that it is something that can be moved through. And it's sometimes like those little challenges do present in our life, that we get past it and we learn. And that's the biggest gift that we can have from that type of situation, which of course I learnt the process in a minor way of how the smaller court system worked. It was a gift of learning. And so here we have the things that we are going to be needing to be flexible about in some form or another through our day to day, and be thankful for the gifts that we receive. But I think the best part of what we can do is gift to others as well. Whether it's your time, whether it is physical things, whether it is just being present with family members, and especially your mums today, if you still have them with you. Mine isn't here on earth anymore, so that's not something that I can do, but it is lovely to have my children around and knowing that they are still able to share their lives in one form or, in one way or another when it's possible. Today I've asked not to have them come, and that's being honoured. So, and they're enjoying their own days. The two daughters, of course, both mothers, are enjoying their day as mothers being celebrated by their children. Wonderful, wonderful. So, thank you for being here with me on this wonderful Mother's Day. In whatever way that you need to celebrate or remember your passed on mothers, and that the joy that we have and the challenges that we've had, and all of that that's involved with motherhood and being the children as well, remembering what we might have put our mums through. It's been a wonderful way to celebrate life, though, is to have those remembrances. And it should be every day, but it is so nice to have one day that we do recognise as that special day. Thank you. Keep being the best you that you can be, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.